Welcome back to a new deck profile, and this is my finally finished Hunters deck, and this deck got me third in my Digimon locals. I'm just going to mess with the camera a bit. There we go. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a long time, so literally mostly just because I'm getting stuff ready for what I'm planning on next. And especially with the new sets coming out, there will be some deck lists coming out and some other fun stuff that I have been debating on. Or I'll probably go into that into like a future video. But today we'll be talking about my third place victory with Hunters. One of my favourite decks I've ever built, one of my favourite decks I've been playing to recent date. It's just a really fun and sort of interesting deck. So, well, I wouldn't say it's quite simple to learn, and also it's one of the cheaper decks that you can pick up for like about 60-70 quid, except one card, and you'll see that later, which I'm not very happy about having. But yeah. So we'll start off with the Digitamers. We will start with the Moemon. If on deletion, draw one. Really good little starter. You need it. This deck does really well when it comes to drawing, and you want to be drawing all your pieces so you can put them under your tamers and get ready. Get ready for like the big one stack attack. This deck does really well against one stack decks. So if your opponent is mostly focusing on one stack, you're pretty good at that. The only one that it had a bit of a problem with is the the Chaos Gallant thing. No chance. I had like no chance. It's far too quick. But hey, yeah, I played other things, and this is it. We have two Dracomon on play. Reveal up to 3 tamers and draw. Just do another draw away if your hand's a little bit dead. And the Digicross for 2 is pretty good at memory choking your opponent. Then we run the free BT21 Gundramon. I have been debating on moving this up to 4 because just the trash one draw 2 is just really good and overall fun. And all the cards, most of the cards have deletion save, which is your sort of main strategy. Next, I play the 4 Psychmon, which is on play, return 1 card, Digimon with tame in its text. From under your tamers to your hand, a good way of recursion, and again Digicross for 2, and the when attacking draw 1 is pretty fun. Oh yeah, the inheritance of Gundramon came up a lot. The being able to be able to be bigger than your opponent is freaking amazing. Anyway, Gundramon, the BT12 Gundramon, by placing 1 Digimon with save, you get to draw. I very rarely did that. A lot of the time I didn't bother, mostly because I wanted stuff in my hands anyway. But a great when attacking, works alongside the Psychmon. Putting 2 of those underneath, putting that and that underneath, great little draw 2. They're pot agreed. It's pot agreed. What does it do? It draws 2. Anyway, then we move on to the level 4s. We play the 2 Towermon. You're gonna, it's fucking block doesn't come up much, but the D-Digivolve is really fun. I love going on top of level 4s with this, and one time I actually went like that on top of an opponent and just Digivolve them for multiple times. It was funny, and kind of you kind of need it now, especially with the ace heavy decks now, like Venture comes up really well and very useful. Next, I run the 4 Shoutmon King version. Gets you play out your tamer. I originally ran this at 3, but I needed. I wanted to be able to play my tamers out and get a level 4 on the field. Really good. Sorry, I'll take a quick drink. Yeah, you can't go wrong with 4. That comes up pretty alright, especially if you're going up against like Galactic or something. You can delete their Venmon and stuff. It didn't come up much in my games, mostly because a lot of people were very quick to rushing into their higher Digimon. I've just noticed that's okay. Yeah, my setup's changed. I've now got a PC that's over there at the moment, which will be getting upgraded in about 2 weeks. Yay! Anyway, that'll probably be a short that I do, actually showing off the new thing. Anyway, we play the 4 BT12 Digimon. Can't go wrong with it. Giving it rush and also the draw, just at a really good level 4. The thing about this deck is it's super simple. Like, all the effects, all the plays are super simple. Like all the inheritance are like either a block, a deletion, or a draw. Nothing really combos off each other. There's a few combos, but nothing really. You know, you're digivolving like multiple times and having multiple things happening. It's very contained, very easy. So this is a deck I would always say that if you're new to Digimon, definitely get it. Definitely, you know. There are a couple caveats, and we'll talk to that in later, but yeah. Last of the level 4s is the 4 BT21 Arrestramon. This lets you play out a tamer. Just really good. Can't go wrong with it. And again, a lot of these are like really like low rarity cards. The next card that I have is this one, is the Superior mode. So this one is the more higher rarity one, which is a little bit more expensive. We'll put the alt art in front. But the effect, being able to put something underneath a tamer or underneath a other Digimon, is really useful. Very good thing. The only problem is a lot of people now are playing around that by not just playing the tamers and just playing around the tamer thing. So hopefully we get a little bit more support to sort of help deletion. Deletion is the one thing this deck doesn't do a lot. It just rams into your opponent and kills them. The end of turn effect, though, if this has 4 more, you can just swing without suspending. End of your turn. It's just an extra attack. Really useful. A lot of the time I didn't notice, I ended up putting this underneath something, which was quite funny. And then one of my favourite cards in this deck, the new BT21 Arrestramon. The raid piercing when digivolving, attacking when suspending, and then this just has plus 100k for each evolution underneath it. This thing can be really deadly, really dangerous. Do not underestimate this thing. It's such a simple effect, but it is busted, and I love it. This is one of my favorite cards in the game at the moment, just because of how useful. And raid and piercing is just so powerful at the moment. Because 9 times out of 10, you're just ramming into your opponent, who may ace, but you're still going into them. Now we move on to a couple level 6s. So the first level 6 I play is the Digimon Aces. I know a lot of people are playing this at 1 and having a quartz one. I'm not. I like the Digimon Ace. It helps a lot with the Megi plays as well as with enough venture plays. I played this, but just straight down and kill both of their Metal Garurumon and War Garurumon Ace at the same time. It's so good, and a Scapegoat is just a really cool effect. If you're new to Digimon, definitely pick up some of these Digimon Aces. They're so good. Just if you play a black purple deck, or even just if you're able to play it out, it's really good. Now we come on to the card that I'm annoyed that I own, and you probably know what it is. I played the one Metal Gallamon. Now, you do not need the Metal Gallamon. Yeah, okay, if you're not playing at a competitive level or you're wanting to win, you probably don't. You probably can move on. You could probably put either another Tamer, or put another Digimon Ace in, or put a Quartzmon in. And that's what's probably going to happen to this guy, because I'm probably going to need him in other decks, and I'm not buying a second Metal Gallamon. He will probably end up in another deck, but for the time being, he's in my Hunter's deck. I don't like him. There's a lot of problem that I have with Metal Gallamon, and I hope he gets dealt with at some point. He just is far too splashable. Like, this deck has nothing to do with Liberators or Vortex or Alliance, and yet I can play it and go into him on top of Regimon. I don't need to just play him. I think that play effect, I think if I was to get rid of this effect, I would get rid of that play effect, being able to play it out for less. I think that's what killed it. I also really think they should have maybe limited. I think this card needs to get banned or changed. I don't like it. It'll probably get like Death X, it'll probably get rotated out at some point, but for the time being, yeah. Now we move on to the toners. I play the 3 watchmakers. Kind of wanted to play 4 or even play the Clockmon, but you need it for the search, and also the security attack is very useful. Simple cards. Then we play the fluffy U. Here we go. 2 U's. So at the beginning of your turn, you put one underneath and you gain a memory. This has been mistranslated. It means gain a memory. Don't listen to it. But yeah, and whenever you digivolve, you suspend, put one thing that's underneath it onto your opponent's thing. Yeah, cool. Fun times. Next we play the 2 memory setters of BT12. Now, I know a lot of people have asked me, why am I playing 2? Because most people either play none or 1. Because I like knowing that I'm going to have memory. I'm not great at the whole memory situation, but having this extra, just guaranteed free memory really helped me out in a lot of games, knowing that I was going to start with free memory and I could hard play something or digicross into something pretty comfortably. And it also means if it comes out of security, or even if it, like, you put something under like Watchmaker, you can still use that effect if you've got 2 of them out to put stuff underneath. Yeah. Next, I play 2 Taiki. This one's place underneath, draw 1. Again, a lot of people are playing this at like lower rarity, lower ranks, but I like the draw. I like the evenness of it all. It works. It's good for me. And the last but not least, I play the 3 new BT21 Tagiru. Yeah. Why? And I know somebody is probably shouting at me like, "Why aren't you playing the new tie?" Because I don't need it. I don't really see the point of it. This isn't a hero deck. This doesn't need that at the moment. So, yeah. Anyway. That is my deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ra.